videos in one day? How is that possible? How is it possible to do two videos in one day? Well, I'll tell you how it's possible. Hang on, let me fix this here. It's possible because there's a lot of stuff that's really frustrating the crap out of me lately. Okay? Really frustrating. A lot of it. Sean, how you doing? Emmanuel, what's going on? Yeah. So, as you all know, just recently in Georgia, there was a sex crazed maniac guy who decided that instead of just checking himself into rehab to get help for his sexual addiction, that he was just going to go and kill the people who fulfilled his sexual desires, the people that he paid for his happy endings and things like that. And so he goes and he kills 8 people and wounds another one, I believe. And of those 8 people, 6 of them happened to be Asian women and 2 of them were white people. Well, guess what? The media and the leftist narrative is now talking about how white supremacy is the problem here, right? White supremacy is the problem. Hang on one second. I need to set up a... Am I able to do that from here? Trying to figure out how to do a moderation thing. I don't think it's going to let me. Okay, doesn't matter. And now you've got all these people out here talking about, oh, we've got to stop the Asian hate, which is true. We do. We got to stop the Asian hate. And yet it's also very ironic that you've got the BLM communists and Marxists out there talking about hey, we stand in solidarity with you, my Asian brethren. Now, what I'm going to show you tonight, I've been, it's been kind of one of those things that I just can't stop looking into. And I finally just had to say, okay, enough, stop. Let's just take these videos and let's just do it. And I'm just going to let you know as we move forward, there are many, many, many more examples of this, but I didn't want this to be an hours-long video, okay? I just want to cut to the chase and get rid of this narrative that white supremacy is the problem here, that white supremacists are attacking Asians, that this is a white crime problem, this is a white on Asian problem. You've got damn Jen Psaki up there, Biden's spokespuppy, talking about how this is a white issue, okay? Well, guess what? I'm going to nip that crap in the bud. All right, I'm going to play some videos here. These are just recent. These are just, and here's the other thing. A lot of these videos, most of these videos, and most of the other videos, I don't even have right now because I stopped. After doing all my research, I just stopped because there were just so many of them. But a lot of these are coming out of California. And in California, they're coming out of San Francisco. Apparently, liberals aren't as tolerant as... whoa, what did I just do here? Hang on. Something's going on. I must have touched something. Oh, I had my hand sitting on the... Okay. But they're all coming out of liberal San Francisco and liberal California. That's where all this hate crime is coming from. So let's take a look at all these... because are Asians under attack? Absolutely. But let me just show you who's doing the attacking
One of the
here.
more brutal incidents happened here Sunday afternoon. You can see that man violently push a 91-year-old man to the ground. Police say the attacker did the same thing to another Asian couple.
That wasn't a white man, by the way. That was a black man. Okay, but come on, CJ. Okay, you went and found one example. Jeez. Gosh, way to pick and choose, right?
Just push like this real quick. He did the first push real hard.
This brazen daytime assault happened Saturday afternoon outside Chinatown's iconic Golden Gate fortune cookie factory, where the man in the black sweatshirt singles out one of about a dozen tourists and attacks. We blurred the man's face because he has not been arrested.
The guy asked the black guy why he pushed me. He said, oh, because you're staring at me. 2 blocks away.
What makes this story remarkable is what unfolds next. Co-owner of the factory, Kevin Chan, seen in the gray sweatshirt with green sleeves, immediately steps in and lifts up his shirt to reveal...
I have a concealed carry that needs to protect.
Oh, he had a concealed carry gun. Uh-oh. That Asian man was intimidating that black man that was attacking the Asian man with a gun. So, of course, that's the argument there, right? Thank goodness he had a gun. Who knows where that would have gone? Because it might have gone like this.
It's a large family wanting the world to know this caught on camera melee in Chinatown, where a man was beaten and stripped nearly naked, was not a crime. It was street justice. Turning themselves in were Jahi Tiffany and Tyreek Nimmons, who range in age from 20 to 36, along with 27-year-old Timantha Richardson.
You see all those white supremacists there? Man, that was a lot of white supremacists, wasn't it? They must have been wearing blackface and black gloves and black neck and black arms. You know, that's what they were doing. But, you know, I'm just nitpicking.
Suspect as he was being taken into custody not far from the scene. He's been identified as 23-year-old Salman Muflihi of Bensonhurst. Cops were called to the corner of Baxter and Worth Street around 6:30 when witnesses saw a man run up behind the Asian victim and suddenly stabs him in the back in an unprovoked incident.
Apparently, Arab Americans are hating on the Asians too. Wow, but that didn't look like a white supremacist.
Aspect of the crimes cannot be ignored.
Based on the rhetoric that we were hearing, particularly in link to the coronavirus, to COVID, to still calling it the Chinese virus and things like that, that fuels hate and it fuels aggression.
But some
Weird. You know, I guess I think all this time I've been very confused about. This is why I've never really understood like the white supremacist argument that's been so pervasive in the media and from the left. And I've been like, my gosh, I haven't seen any white supremacists. You know, where's this all coming from? And I never even thought to recognize that the white supremacists aren't even white. That's why I haven't been able to recognize it. Oh my gosh.
Is also charged in the death of 75-year-old Pak Ho, who died at Highland Hospital yesterday. Ho was assaulted and critically injured during a robbery while on a morning walk Tuesday near Oakland's Lake Merritt. A family friend told NBC Bay Area that Ho's 3 daughters were by his side when he died.
And there you saw Obama talking about all of this Asian hate by white supremacists and all these hateful white people. It's just got to stop, folks.
In this cell phone video, the suspect appears first. He's clearly waiting for his victim, and the attack comes out of nowhere. Tao Ming soon falls to the pavement, where he will be punched in the eye and elbowed in the mouth repeatedly. It's over in seconds, and the suspect takes off into the subway, where surveillance cameras captured his face as he crossed the turnstile and onto an F train.
I figured it out. I figured it out. All of these people are white. The problem is, or the issue here is that they were all Coke drinkers and took the advice of the company and just decided to be less white. That's really what's going. Now I see how all of this race hate is a white supremacist. I can't believe I missed it.
A terrifying encounter with a customer inside El Torino's restaurant last Monday. She stopped in to grab lunch when she says this patron asked her to dine with him. She politely declined and couldn't believe what happened next. A barrage of verbal attacks, both racial and sexual.
I'm sorry, can you help me? I'm being very abusive. We were all just shocked that this was happening. And so I was just reaching out for help, and so my instinct was to ask for help from the people around me.
Lee.
It's all a ruse. I don't have to worry about being less white because I've started drinking Diet Pepsi. I'm actually a Diet Dr. Pepper drinker. But now I get it. Now I get why I'm not seeing white people, it's because these are white people who have internalized the caramelized color of the Coke that they drink in order to be less white.
In Northern California. Police are investigating another attack on an Asian American person in Northern California.
The video was taken at a laundromat near San Francisco's Chinatown on February 23rd. 3 suspects ambushed the 67-year-old man, dragging him to the ground. They kicked and beat him while looking for his wallet. Police say the robbers made off with several $100s. Locally, a movement called Asians with Attitudes has been formed to combat the rise in hate crimes against Asian Americans.
And who's committing these hate crimes? The media and the left are telling us that white people are the ones that are doing this, and we've got a white supremacy problem. And white people are not only attacking black people, they're attacking Asians. It's a pandemic.
Being punched and knocked to the street. Moments later, the suspects take off down Clay Street in a black SUV. Over the summer, 2 senior citizens were brutally attacked in Chinatown in broad daylight. A 19-year-old Oakland man was arrested for the assault.
What we saw last night is not going to be tolerated.
Supervisor Aaron Peskin says police tell him the same suspects were spotted on November 8th.
We do know the same car, presumably with same individuals, was involved with a robbery, which was a aggravated purse snatching on the 700 block of Jackson on Friday night.
All right, guys, I just gave y'all a dozen different examples, just recent examples of these attacks on Asian Americans. And we're hearing and we're seeing the hashtag about stop Asian hate, stop Asian hate. And you've got the BLM nut crunchers out there talking about, oh, we stand with you Asians. We know how you feel. We've got your back, bro. Just ignore the fact that we're the ones doing it. Blame white people. I'm fed up with this crap, guys. I am so fed up with this crap. But you know what? I'm not going to let it pass. I'm not going to let it pass. I don't believe in assaulting anybody. Look, why don't we just stop assaulting people? All right? Why don't we just stop? But yet to sit here and try to blame people based on the color of their skin when the evidence out there, all you've got to do is type in, what was it that I was typing in when I was looking? All I was doing was typing in, let me see if I've got it here. Asian man assaulted. Asian man assaulted. Or Asian woman assaulted. Those were the two search terms that I was using in order to find these videos. And of course, you know, I've got to watch the whole story to figure out which parts I want to clip out. And then I've got to go and edit those things out there and all of that kind of stuff. And there were actually a lot of, there were a couple of Asian on Asian crimes as well on video that I found. And look, in full disclosure, I did find two videos of white guys that were attacking an Asian person, one of which seemed legitimate, based on, I don't know whatever it was, but, and the other one, of course, was just outright assault. The other one appeared as if there was some kind of a skirmish, and he may or may not have been the instigator on that. So am I almost bald? No. What are you talking about? I've been growing my hair out. Look at this. I need a haircut is what I need. See that freaking long ass hair? But I've been shaving it. Yeah, I've been shaving it. And the light makes it look like I've got less hair than I do, because I got this big bulb right here above me. I need to get one of those like Ring cameras or something up here. That might go. And it's green too, I think. I don't know if you can tell. Well, probably not because of the green screen. Anyway, long story short. Long story short is the media and the left are trying to blame white people for this Asian American crime. I just presented to you the evidence of who the vast majority of the stories that I can find, the vast majority of the stories that I can find are not white people. Okay. And if they are white people, they're white people who drink Coke and have taken a pledge to be less white and have become darker skinned. That's the only explanation I can think, that we're blaming white supremacists and white supremacy is that they drink Coke. I don't know. I just know what I see on camera. Okay, I'm just here reporting the news, and that's all I can say about that. Yeah, I need to get me a round light. Since I got some money earlier today, maybe I'll go and get a round light. I did pretty good on my super chats today. All right, let me just make sure there are no questions that I missed here in the chat before I get off. It's very annoying that they're protesting Asian violence, but not a peep when it was black on Asian, and still black on Asian. It's still, some of those stories are less than a week old. Some of those stories are less than a week old. And by the way, the Georgia shooting, when he killed those 8 people, he didn't target them because they were Asian. He targeted them because they were the ones that gave the happy endings at the massage parlors. And look, we can't help it if the majority of these kinds of massage parlors that are doing this kind of stuff happen to be run by Asians. Here in Bell County, Texas, we had recently a bunch of Asians that were arrested for prostitution and for doing this exact same thing. And by the way, human trafficking at these massage parlors. So, you know, just because it happens to be that it's the Asian people that are in this industry, you know, it'd be like someone that didn't like the fact of that he got his suit tailored or his uniform tailored a certain way, and he was pissed off, and so he goes and he starts killing all of the seamstresses in the area. Well, I'm sorry, but at least in military towns, almost all of the seamstresses where soldiers go to get their uniforms and suits and stuff dry cleaned and hemmed and embroidered and all that kind of stuff are all Asian. I mean, I'm not saying that's good or bad. It's actually, I mean, it's a good thing. They do a really good job. They do an excellent job. But if someone were to go in because they were pissed off about how their suit was tailored, or maybe they spend too much money on, you know, getting their uniforms starched, and they want to purge themselves of that addiction of starching their uniform, and so they go in and start killing these dry cleaners. Well, it just so happens that the dry cleaners are going to be Asian because that's the industry, at least in most military towns. I don't know how it is anywhere else because I've never really gotten stuff dry cleaned or tailored outside of a military town in my life. So yes, the media is institutionally racist. I just proved it's institutionally racist. I just proved that the entire thing is false. And I've also proved why you need to just drink Diet Dr. Pepper or Dr. Pepper instead of Coke. Since when is an assault a crime of passion? Exactly. Well, assault it can be a crime of passion. This all makes me want to be more white. Yeah, because then you can't be accused of you know, because it's not white people that are attacking all these Asian people. No, don't start any KKK chapters. I'll lose you, man. You start a KKK chapter, I'll block you on my stream. I don't want nothing to do with those racists. I don't like racists. I don't like any racists. I mean, you have a right to do that. Go ahead and do it. But what kind of absolute morons take part in the destruction of their own kind? Exactly. I already answered the "Are you almost bald?" Hey, Brian, what's up, brother? Dang, are you still there? Have a good night, man. Brian Hussman is one of my friends I went to high school with in Jacksonville, Florida. High school buddy. He and I were exact opposites. He's like 20 feet tall, and I'm like 3 feet tall. At least that's the way it looks when we're standing next to each other. All right. Okay, well, that's it. Y'all take care of yourselves. I'm going to end this here. Look at that, 20 minutes, 20-minute video. Stay safe, be free, and share this video, like this video, subscribe if you haven't, and email it to your friends because the truth needs to get out there, y'all. Take care. Be safe. Be free.